Listing agents, what should you be aware of and know when selling a property coming out of a trust? I know a lot of you get trust sale transactions and you're either dealing with the original trustees or maybe you're dealing with the children. Maybe the trustees are incapacitated or maybe they're deceased. This video is going to quickly tell you from a title perspective what I think is super important and valuable for you to know. So let's start with the most simplest scenario where the original trustees are still around. They're planning on signing the grant deed. In these situations, it's very easy. Most of the time, title won't even require a full copy of the trust. There's no real reason to. The original trustees are going to sign the grant deed. The only thing we're going to have them do is sign a trust certification, a new current trust certification through escrow. There'll be a copy of one, a blank copy of one on the prelim, or escrow will provide one to them to sign with the rest of their recording docs. Basically, the trust certification, it has about 10 questions. It's basically just confirming that they are the actual trustees and there's been no changes to the trust. Very simple situation. So now let's say that the trustees, the sellers, are telling you that, hey, I got a power of attorney I want you to use. We're going to be out of the country, or for whatever reason, they are unable to sign the grant deed and they won't be around and they want us to use a power of attorney. 100%, please get us a full copy of that trust right away. Let us review it, because most of the time, trusts do not allow for the use of a power of attorney. However, sometimes they do, but we need to review the trust and find that exact verbiage that will allow for the use of a power of attorney. Most of the times, they do get a power of attorney and they send it to us, but that power of attorney actually is just a power of attorney to make medical decisions on, not sell the actual property. So get us a full copy of that trust, let us review it and confirm. Many times we're dealing with transactions where the original trustees are deceased, and more than likely you're dealing with the children who are selling their parents' estate. Get us a full copy of the trust, let us review it, because we need to confirm who the successor trustee is. There's a portion on the trust that'll state who the successor trustee is. Sometimes it'll list maybe 1, 2, or 3 additional successor trustees. So if the first trustee is unable or unwilling to act, then it'll go to the second or the third, or sometimes it might state that multiple successor trustees are required to sign. Additionally, we're going to ask for a certified copy of the death certificate from the original trustees. We need to establish their record of death on their chain of title, and we're going to need an actual certified copy. Remember, it has to be a certified copy or the county recorder will not accept it. So what do we do in the situation where the original trustees are not deceased, but they're not of sound mind? Send us a full copy of that trust, because there's also a section in the trust for incapacitation. Normally, the trust will require 1 or 2 letters from that trustee's medical physicians confirming that on such and such day, that trustee is incapable of handling their own financial affairs and not of sound mind. You'll get those letters, send them the title, and that way we can confirm the incapacitation and allow for that successor trustee to sign on behalf of the trust. Lastly, I see this from time to time where the property's in the trust, the original trustees are deceased, the successor trustee goes and records a deed putting themselves on title of that property as an individual, and now they're trying to sell the property as an individual. We need to review the trust, because we need to confirm that they actually were the successor trustee of that trust and authorized to do so. But also, we need to confirm, were there any other beneficiaries of that trust? A beneficiary is a person or the people who the trust was actually created for that would ultimately benefit from the sale of this estate. Normally, what title is going to require, if this is the case, is letters of consent from those beneficiaries. So if there are additional beneficiaries, we will ask them to sign a letter of consent consenting for this successor trustee who has put the property in their name as an individual to go ahead and sell the property. The one thing we will require is for them still to send the proceeds of the sale to the trust account. So they will need to establish a trust account and the proceeds will go to escrow into a trust account. So I hope that helped you guys, and the next time you have a trust sale transaction, you're a little bit more informed. If you have any questions at all and you want to go over this with me one-on-one, give me a call. You know where to find me. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.